Hi guys, how you doing? So I am just about, well, I've got a few hours left before I actually leave back for the UK. So I'm sitting here thinking, well, what can I do? Because I don't have time in order to do a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do earth signs, and we're just going to briefly go through what's going on with you guys, and we'll go through one through the other. But I have done Virgo already, okay, but I'm just going to continue with the reading because that's the only option that I actually have where I am presently. In Bates Motel, in a hotel, and it's very pleasant actually. It's really nice, but it's really cold, and I cannot turn on the heating. It just will not work, and it's okay. it's okay. Breathe, Taurus. So we'll have a look at Taurus first. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus from now until the end of July. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus from now until the end of July. Virgo, I will give you a brief, like a little kind of reading because I've already done that, but Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus from now until the end of July. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus from now until the end of July. Taurus. Somebody's not speaking. I can feel a lot of stuck energy, like fixed. Like, I know you're a fixed sign, but like stuck, like I'm just stuck. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But why am I so stuck? Taurus, there you go. So you've decided to walk away, probably, or so this is cross watchers, you, them, or whoever, but walking away from something from the past. Now, you can return many a times, but it always tells you, your intuition of saying, listen, Steve, I know that I should walk away from this situation, or somebody saying, I know that they should walk away from that situation because it's not good for them. They really need to gain a bit of clarity and relax, but actually try to find something more. The soul itself is actually crying. Somebody's crying, somebody's literally crying, but the soul is crying, saying there's something more out there for me. There has to be something more out there. I cannot reconciliate with the past. I have to go forward on this journey, spiritual journey. I know that I have a magnetic pull towards somebody, and it could be either a Virgo, a Gemini, or a Aquarius energy. Or water sign energy, but I feel that someone's leaving a water sign energy behind, and they're actually going and traveling in search for something more fulfilling, and it could be an Aquarius, a Virgo, or a Gemini. Aries could be in somebody's chart, but someone wants to chart a new course. They're having to leave something behind. This can be a short stay or a long stay, but I think for a lot of you, it was someone that you stayed a long time with somebody, but you're realizing that, or somebody, cross watchers, are saying that they've been with this person for a long time, and I need to find balance, and I need to find my own path. I don't like being controlled, somebody's saying, or they don't like being controlled, but they're actually stuck. They're actually really contemplating on seeking a higher ground. They're actually contemplating on leaving something behind, but I think that they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I really do. Like it's because of retrograde. I think there's hesitation. Like, should I reach out to them, or should I not reach out to them, or shall I leave, or shall I not leave? I'm fucking pretty much to the point where I can't take things anymore, and that I have to go. And I know that all the synchronicities and everything that have been guiding me are actually telling me that I should go, or that there's more out there. I feel extremely magnetic towards somebody, but I think that somebody's still attached to someone from their past, that they're traveling backwards and forwards from someone from their past, but they're also traveling, like their soul is also, like it's a conflicting energy between you and the people that you're connected with. There's distance, I would say. Like, some of you, I'm thinking that it's a car journey. I don't think, for some of you it could be a plane ride and stuff, but I think a lot of it, I don't think it's walking distance. It might be, yeah, for some of you it's walking distance, but for some of you it's like a car journey, but a soul journey that you're on. What's the return on my investment for being spiritually awoke? A fucking headache. And ain't it just? Ain't it just? Yeah, that's a joke that I kind of wrote. But in it, you know, isn't it difficult in order to be spiritually awoke? You know, the soul is being cried. Somebody is crying. Somebody needs somebody to leave something behind in order to somebody wants somebody to come and see them. They do. So let's see, Taurus, continue on this story. There you go. So there's the fight. There's the fight. Somebody is so conflicted in their mind about whether to leave or stay. Should I stay? Should I stay or should I go? And somebody is probably arguing with everybody because they're so stuck. They're so stuck. And if you're actually with the person now, this is parts of retrograde where somebody probably returned from their past, and there is still an energy also that's felt around this. Definitely an energy that's felt around this. Sorry guys, I know you can't see the cards very well. It's a cycle again. 8, you listen to the universe, but you try to gain your intuition. Sorry about my nails, but I'm in a hotel without certain implements that I need around me. There's certain things around me, around you, that you know that you're just about to do something, but it's causing a lot of mind games where, because somebody, I would say, is still attached to this person here, is what caused this conflict and this mirror. It threw a mirror through retrograde of an indecisive energy of like, should I stay, should I go, should I stay, should I go? But you're telling me not to stay, and then you're telling me to go, but then should I stay or should I, what is it that you want? You're making plans and you're telling me to leave, but I don't know whether to leave or not, because you're breathe, fucking calm the shit down. That's what I'm hearing you say. Somebody is calm the fuck down. Listen, I'm okay with travelling and I'm okay with going, but why the fuck do you tell me to go and then not tell me to go and make plans for me to go, but then you don't want me to leave? And the energy that I'm picking up, because I'm a medium or I'm psychic and I can listen to the universe, but what I'm really listening to is you. And you're confusing me. Yeah, but you're confusing me because you're indecisive, and then I don't know, and then blah, 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 blah. Bah, ego. Retrograde. Somebody is around your energy from the past that returned to somebody from their past, and it's created a mirror of fear and anxiety, and the other person got intervened, where there's just someone that's constantly fighting with somebody. Fighting. These are fucking major seriously cards. They're not major arcana, but they're serious cards. They're serious cards. Especially when you're a medium, 8. If you can psychically pick up, which we do as celestial human beings, you pick up on people's energy. And then what they do is they project here, and they cause confusion of being indecisive of whether to stay or go. Leave, stay, go, leave, stay, go, leave, stay, go. I don't know. Is it my mind? Is it yours? I don't know. You're connected with someone else and you're arguing with someone else and you're projecting that blame onto me, and now I'm fucking confused and you're in a ball of mess. You're in a ball of mess. So don't blame yourselves, Taurus. This is a lot of retrograde energy, and where you're connected with somebody that's got a fucking lot of conflict, or somebody is. But this is important messages to understand one's own mind, and you will only gain that through separation, of actually leaving. Separation. Calm down. When you're away from conflict is when you can gain clarity of your own minds, all of you, your own minds. When you're connected with someone's mind, you're psychic medium, you're psychic, so you pick up on someone else's conflict, and that's what's causing the conflict, because they're still conflicted and addicted of codependency with somebody else. Confliction and addiction of ego, because they're fighting and battling with someone else that's making you indecisive, and you're all indecisive and you don't know. Okay? And it could be Leo involved. Leo, Aries or Sagittarius, or family members or court. But my card here, for me, this card is Leo. Okay? Sexual desire. A desire. So it could have to do with, like, obviously, soulmate energy, right? Because what's the return on my investment? Someone that's going to fucking argue? Or a fucking headache that you give me by arguing? Or because I'm medium? Right, Taurus? Or they are? Fuck knows, right? But let's see, Taurus, rising in Venus, Taurus, rising in Venus. There you go. So you have victory and well, egocentric, egotistical. Well, I've got loads of attention. I can get attention wherever I want. Well, what options have you got? You've got people that are following you and watching you. So if this is a good card, this is people that just follow people on YouTube or follow people and they see them as somebody that should take higher ground and that there is somebody that they follow, okay? But this person is turned their back on this person and they're traveling this way, away from conflict. So it can be this energy here, okay? This energy here. But in anybody's chart, and it really doesn't matter, and it's vice versa. It still can mean your signs, but it can be the other person that's leaving. You know, it doesn't matter if they say, oh, this is Leo, blah, blah, blah. But it can be the other person that's leaving you. You don't get confused, right? But how I'm seeing the cards is that there is somebody that is leaving, and they want to leave this card here behind. They don't want conflict at the moment. So you've got an 8 where it tells you, and your soul cries and the synchronicities and the numbers that you might be picking up are saying that you need to leave. And that might even be a message. 8 will also represent a message because it's spirit message. So it can represent text messages or a message or synchronicities or family. That is something that's telling you through what you'll need to listen to somebody, or me even, is saying that somebody's leaving and needs to leave because there's a lot of conflict, and this is someone leaving, okay? So because you've got 2 people here, or 3 people, there's 3 people in this card, right? It's a 5, but there's 3 people, general human beings that are in it, right? So someone's in it to win it, to gain everything. They've got everything to gain and everything to lose, and that's why it's a lose-lose battle, because they've got everything to lose. You know, they don't like losing. So you're conflicted, everybody's conflicted. And it's a lot through retrograde. So what is needed is separation, which is victory. Right, now somebody might not like the fact that if this is a good card, that someone has followers, that somebody actually sees someone as being like victorious. Now that just, when I say victorious, I just mean like somebody that would seek higher ground and say, well, I just don't want to participate in all this. I'm calm and I will just move away from it, and that's fine, and you just stay there being conflicted with yourselves, okay, if there's other people involved. So someone's seeking higher ground, okay, but somebody might not like it that other people gets attention. Now if that's attention seeking, a lot of attention, and they do it in the wrong manner, this is not a very good card, okay? Because it's also a 6. So it means like a reflection of past returning, a bit like the 6 of Cups. It returns and it leaves and it returns and it leaves. That's why it would be egotistical and egocentric. So if this is a good card, this person doesn't like the fact that this person gets attention. Now, that might not mean that this person is seeking attention. It might just mean that they have followers, or that they just have attention of being a decent person, but this person doesn't like it, okay? Or somebody doesn't. But if this is a bad card and it's a general all-round reading of, is that somebody, the person that you might be with, gets a lot of attention and they fight with everybody because they're egocentric and egotistical for some. For some, not everybody, just for some. And it's all to do with soulmate energy, or twin flame from out of space, from planet Mars, or something, where everybody will get completely confused. And what I will do when I get home is a soulmate twin flame handbook of traveling, a guide of what to do and what not to do and how to be safe, okay? So I'm going to do that for people when I get home, okay? Home. It could be to do with a home, okay, with a stable ground, a common ground. I draw my line. There's a common ground that needs to be, which is so you pretty much can go from a 6 to a 4, so it's going back. So it's going back home. Someone's going back home. This can just mean home to see family and like, fuck it, Sid. Keep your dummy. Sorry, but I channel messages, so I get aggressive sometimes. It's not me, it's the cards, okay? So please relax. Keep your fucking dummy, right? I'm moving away and I'm going back home, bruv. I am out. You stay there conflicted with yourself. I don't care. I seek high ground and I need to go back home and travel home because I miss my family. I miss people that are good to me, that generally see me as someone stable, okay? If not, could generally be somebody that is renovating at home or something, and that they need to go home to get something, is what I heard. I need to travel home to get something first. That's either clarity of mind or just to pick someone up. Someone's travelling home to pick someone up, or they're going to pick somebody up. Can you come and get me? Is what I heard. Can you come and get me, please? I'm travelling, but can you come and get me? A wanderer. I'm wondering if you will pick me up. I'm travelling, but I need to know if you can come and get me, for some people. Let's see. Taurus. Venus, Taurus. There you go. There's a traveller. So you go from 6 to a 2, which is still trying to seek high. Well, there's a lot of fucking conflict, guys. There's a lot of conflict over this. This is also fear, okay? So it's also fear of travelling and fear of leaving, and someone's fearing that you're leaving or they're leaving or someone's leaving, or Dave, Sid, John, Ryan, Freddie, or Margaret, you know. But you go from the 6 to the 2, so that's an 8, you know. So it's kind of telling you that you need to leave this conflict behind, pretty much. Again, 8 is travelling, it's communication, it's the 8 of Wands. It's the same kind of feeling that Spirit is also saying that you need to leave this behind, or they do, or something, but it's stuck. Someone just doesn't know. They're still standing at a crossroads, like, I'm still standing after all this time. Now that could be a bad song, which is like, well, I don't give a fuck, bruv. I'm just still standing after all this time, and I'm just going to keep doing it. You know, it could be a bad energy. I'm just going to keep doing it because I'm still standing after this time with this person, and I enjoy it. I actually enjoy it. For some, I actually enjoy inflicting pain upon myself. So I'm still standing. For some people, it's not. For some people, like Sid, keep your dummy. I'm travelling home, and I'm leaving, and I'm going home to see my family. But please don't take offence with that. It's just what I'm channeling through the cards, you know. So Taurus, Sun, rising Venus. Turkey, continue on with the story, please, for Taurus. Continue on with the story for Taurus. Okay, so we'll take that. So there you go, travelling again, and a message comes in quite fast about that someone needs picking up, or someone's trying to get a pickup. Taxi! Taxi! Jula Taxi, right? What's the song? Jula Taxi. Could be French. 4 of Wands again. There you go. So a traveller, travelling home, a message comes in about home again. So we arrive again at the 4, sorry. So it came out before, obviously, right? So it's obviously an important card that kept showing up. So 6 is when there's been something happen from the past and somebody returned from someone's past. That happened. So as the 6 is a general energy of 1, it's saying that now someone returned from someone's past, it caused a lot of conflict, and now you as a person have decided to move away, okay? Because somebody returned from their past of 6, okay? If that happened, or will. So you decide to, probably decide that, fuck it, I need to go, I need to leave. So then you arrive back home. And this is you then finding clarity back at home. Now, if they're having conflict with the person that they're with, this is them travelling to see you, right? Different spins. But somebody somewhere what? Somewhere only we know. There's somewhere only we know that we meet. We meet up, a meet and greet. Some of you are doing a meet and greet. You might be tarot card readers, or somebody might. But I'll have that in their chart. Or there's just like a meeting. The meeting, the eating. A fresh Chianti, a meeting. The Cardigans, they've done a song called The Meeting, I think. But somebody's cold. Somebody's cold. It's cold outside. Oh dear. Cinderella turns up. Capricorn energy. Will not be. So I'm going to be doing Capricorn next, right? But Capricorn energy, some kind of toxic behavior. Someone's got an addiction to something of causing a lot of conflict. So that can be anything, right? That can be anything. And this did come up in the, what was it? Gemini reading, right? So obviously you guys are slogging it out or have done and decided to walk away. But you've got Capricorn energy. But you don't have Earth here. So it could be a Capricorn that's got like air in their chart or fire in their chart as well, maybe. Let's see. So there's a heavy burden. It's involving a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh dear. Oh dear, you've got 2 7s back to back, guys. 2 7s back to back. I draw my line. Complicated everything. And I know you're gone, gone, gone. This is where I will draw my line. So someone's drawn a line in the sand and said, bro, fuck it, I'm out. I've gone now. Well, there's a lot of action here. Someone is an action taker and they don't mind leaving, but you go from like the 6 to the 2 to the 4 to the 10. So, bingo, you're a winner. What was that, Mavis? Well, I got a full house. Someone's got a full house. They're like, fuck it, bruv, this must be Christmas. I've got a full house of, whoa, just my house is just full with people. My house is like, I'm getting stuck with my astrology houses and I need help with that. But I'm like, do I look into Vedic? Do I look into like my own house? Or my house is just full of children or whatever and I'm losing my patience. That's what I'm hearing. Someone's got a full house. But they've probably gone to bingo and got a full house. But someone got more than what they bargained for in a house. They got more than what they bargained for in a house. Where have I... Oh, God, I've got Taurus in my chart. Oh, yeah. In my Vedic. But... I also Descendant. But, someone's running, like, fuck it, I'm out. This can be a deceptive person or it can be an intelligent person that doesn't participate in two-parted situations. And they're like, well, you caused too much fucking conflict, so I'm out, bruv. I'm fucking running. I want to run from you. Ooh, I'm going to run from you. So then you've got someone running back. Someone's running back to invest into something. Someone's realised that someone's fucking out and they run away. But they're still looking back at what they had invested into it. So it's to do with work. They're just looking at, well, what have I lost? There's something that's been lost. Check down the side of your sofa. There might be some money down the side of your sofa. Or in an old wallet. Check an old wallet or an old purse in your closet where you open it like this and there are clothes and bags, old ones. Go through them. I think you might find some money, okay? Or someone is trying to take someone's investment. They've invested into something and someone's trying to take their investment away from them of what they're invested in. It can be a tarot channel or anything like that, but someone's trying to take someone's emotional stability away from them. They're purposely keeping them waiting for something. They're fearful that if they return to somebody that they're invested in, that there's a lot of ego. Put it this way, there's a lot of ego, because this card here is a 5 and this card here carries 5 and runs from 2. Okay, so it runs away from people that are all involved. Two are people that are involved. It doesn't matter, 2 people, it can mean anybody, okay? But it runs from somebody that will not make up their fucking mind through their head, not their heart. They're conflicted in their mind. So this person runs from people that keep them conflicted in this energy that we went through. But it carries a 5 of conflict through this that makes it a 10 of swords, which is like an ending. But because there's still 2 more left, that makes that a 3. Okay, so that's like painful. Mind games, manipulation. Your heart doesn't hurt when you're hurt. Your ego gets hurt. Your pride gets hurt. Your mind gets hurt through people saying and doing things, of arguing. Your heart will only hurt if you're ill, seriously ill, but that would only really be caused by conflict because of the mind. Everything can be overcome by the mind when you have your own, right? So there's somebody that causes a lot of conflict, and because they do, someone's like, fuck it, bruv, I'm out and I'm going to invest into myself also. 7. We're all 7. We're all aligned with the truth of ourselves. So we invest into ourselves. So this could be someone that's self-employed. They like to work for themselves. They like to be alone also, because they know that, well, if I concentrate on work, I can at least gain clarity of people that are decent around me, which would be people that are around a 7, which is everybody. So they work independently also for themselves, and they can invest into themselves. And you do also have another 7 here. So on a good spin, this would be somebody that runs away to invest back on themselves, So if this is a good card, it means that you're basically just out, that you're running away from people that cause conflict, and that you're just running to invest back on yourself. You've got 2 7s, which means self-investment, self-deceit, self-investment. So it doesn't mean don't deceive yourself. It just means that I'm not going to deceive myself. I'm going to go and invest back on myself, okay? Because someone could be selfish, okay? Selfish. So to gain clarity of these cards and what they really would mean to you would mean get out of this situation and go and invest back into work. Work on yourself as an advisory system. Okay, so it's involving love, obviously, but what is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. So someone's got a mirror of confusion of what love really is. They're very conflicted that someone's leaving, also, a water sign. Or you could have it in your chart. Doesn't matter. But someone's leaving because whatever it was an extremely testing moment of this past, present or future moment. They're definitely going to travel back home, so that could make this a 1. You see, it's a 10, but it could also be a 1 because it's in search for my proper investment. It's traveling, and the luggage that's carried is obviously karma, but it's also heavy. There's like, well, I just don't know where I know where my destination is, but my future is not yet written because it's not seen. You can't see the future ever. Someone can predict it, but we would go off that. But someone knows where they're going, but they've just not quite arrived. But then there is an arrival. It's like there is an arrival, but the future is not yet seen, so I can't predict what's going to happen when I get there. So for some of you, it's a heavy burden until they get there, or it's dropped and it's a 1 of a fresh beginning, where it becomes a lot lighter and you gain clarity of your own emotion. Okay. So we'll have a very quick look at what this Seven of Swords is about for you, Taurus. Let's see, what's this Seven of Swords about? Please tell me what this Seven of Swords is about. It's about an earth sign, and it's about emotional stability, and it's about money. Someone wants to go invest back into themselves to gain their own bearings and build up some kind of financial aid or financial support in order to gain clarity of my own feelings and emotions of stability. Doesn't have to be money, but there is money involved. It's also, I need to get out of this because I need to go back to work. Okay, I need to go back to work. I need to invest in myself. I need to work on my own. And you had 3030 on the clock, 3030. 33. I need to invest back into whatever it is that I have on a mundane level, or spiritually or mundanely, but I need to go back to invest into that, and I need to get away from people that cause conflict. Okay, so you've got that as a spin. But you've also got, for some of you that are more worried, and this might be why someone left, that they're more worried about, concerned about money than anything else for some people. And that might be why someone is left, or there's a lot of mirroring of confusion because it was to do with someone that was still invested from their past or still is, and it caused a lot of unstable emotions within you as a person or them. And because that happened, someone's leaving to gain back their own emotions and feelings and separate whilst the energy subsides through retrograde. And then where it's best as an advice system to work more on yourself. Okay, so that's Taurus. Wow, so that was a bit of a heavy reading, guys, right? So let's see, so we're done Virgo. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Capricorn, from now till the end of July. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, from now till the end of July. Capricorn, what we got for you guys? Wow. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So if you are relating to the Gemini bit that I said, it might be involving a Capricorn, this card could be you. Okay, so cutting out the devil energy that was here for some people, okay, through the Gemini reading. If you're a Gemini cross watcher and you're watching and you're indicative with a Capricorn, this is you cutting out communication or traveling, that you're realizing, listen, all I'm willing to do is just I just need the truth. Like, I'm caring and considerate, but like, there is also somebody that's like traveling, but someone just wants to take communication. They just want the truth. Someone's a truth seeking. They just want to accept this truth, the communication, the travel. It's like, I want you to travel, but when you get here, what is it that you're going to tell me? Because before, it was just a cup full of what? So, you know, so you need to tell me the truth about that. Do you want me to travel or do you not want me to travel? Because I don't know whether to actually cut this out or not, because I'm receiving a message. We're messaging one another on Messenger or something, and there is communication, but it's very confusing to somebody because they're like, they cut you out at a moment's notice, they get very conflicted, and they're like, fuck it, then I'm out. It's just stop fucking messaging me then. You know, this card's the most important card out, and it means equality. So somebody is guarded with their emotions, but they want communication, which makes it very fucking awkward for this to be a first card with these two cards. So it means block communication, then not block communication. Well, I'll block you, but then I don't know, so then I will accept communication, but I want the truth. Well, I get the truth, but then I don't know because that hurts, because I'm actually really guarded now because you've hurt me. So I don't know whether to cut it out, whether to not cut it out, cut you out, cut you not. I've unblocked you, then I've blocked you, then I've unblocked you, then I've not blocked you, and it's on Messenger and it's not, then you're not giving me a message, but then you come back a week or two later and then you give me a message, but it's the same. Queen of Swords energy. Through communication. because there's no equality. Someone wants to travel or wants them to travel, but they're not. All they're doing is sending messages. So if this is a very young progressive energy, they could just be a very flirty energy, where it's just flirting and teasing. So then you get very conflicted and fucking not knowing your head from your arsehole, because you're just kind of like, well, just do I cut it out or do I not cut it out? Well, I know I need to cut it out, but you're not giving me the truth, and I need to seek the truth, and I need to keep finding out the truth, but the truth always seems to be the same, so I'll cut it out. But then I'm undecided and I don't know, you know? That's what I'm picking up through that energy, guys. Because it's very strange that this Queen of Swords has got her hand out to accept the truth, but she's very guarded. So she's guarded from communication of the past that has been more of a flirty energy, but just a cup. Just messages. Well, they're just messages, so why do you not travel, come and see me, but you message me if you are with someone else? Why are you messaging me? That kind of feeling, you know? Two of Cups energy. That's why the most painful card in this deck. You will learn. Great. Anyway, let's go. Let's go, Capricorn. You see, when we don't learn our own mind, we can. You've got to learn your own energy, because they're just parts of growth and learning, really. But let's see. It's a lot to do with a Cancer. Possible. This could be a Cancer. It's to do with traveling distance. So, Capricorn, your own card. This is a place of residency and at home, and someone is at home waiting for this message, but they're waiting for someone to travel to see them because they're lonely. But this is a toxic behaviour pattern that somebody's got through cutting and not cutting and cutting and not cutting and being very indecisive, and it's all to do with Facebook and instant messenger and texting, I would say, and it's entrapping someone in their mind that much that they go around and around in circles and probably isolate themselves at home, when they'll be at home and they'll just isolate themselves, and they'll probably just go on Facebook, they'll probably go on YouTube, and they'll probably watch this and they'll probably watch that. They'll probably sit at home just waiting for this communication from somebody, and it will go around and around in their mind, and then the communication comes in, but it's not what I want and it's not what I need. So you've got a codependency around Facebook or Messenger or messaging, but someone's very flirty energy of wanting to cut all this toxic behaviour pattern out, but they are trapped in it. You've got 2 8s. Thank you, Spirit. You've got 2 8s, which is obviously listening. So you've got a lot of fear here because it was linked to the Gemini energy. So retrograde, people returning from the past, not knowing what to fucking listen to, my head or my arse or retrograde. Lilith is very present in charts and stuff. So if people have water in their chart, it could be a Piscean energy, they're going to have, it's going to be very conflicting and God knows what else, okay? But if not, astrologically we've got shitloads happening, and there is a lot of fear and anxiety around this of people returning, or are they not returning? Will I cut them out if I don't? Have I not? Will I? Shall I? Will they accept me? Will they not accept me? I don't know. A lot of unsurety and a lot of insecurity. Thank you. So someone could be a security guard, and someone's guarded, security guard, but guarding something. The family jewels. Guarding the family jewels. This is all to do with messaging. You've got 2 8s here, which is like the universe of like listening to astrology as well. So astrology is aligning you with a lesson about some kind of fear and anxiety that's created through whatever's going on in your charts. Saturn, right? Saturn is making its move as well. So that's a really important card for you, because this is this, right? So there's a lot going on to do with, like, someone could have made a mistake in travelling as well. They could have realised they made a mistake, and that when they got there and travelled to whatever that was, it put them in a bind. It put them in a jam. I feel like a pickle in a jar now. I've made the same mistake for some people. I've made the same... Something happened where karma probably struck, and it was like, well, the same thing fucking happened. The same thing happened. I was back in this state again, releasing myself from the past letting myself go, opening up and letting myself go, letting the past go, letting fear go. Fear is something that will always be there, but if you're not willing to open up, you're attracting the same kind of lesson. But if you open up, it doesn't matter. If you're just an open vessel of 8 here, being clairvoyant, but we all are, but if you're an open vessel, you attract moths to a flame. So people believe in the twin flame. Well, it could be a moth, right? Someone gets burned. Pegasus falls back to the ground. Could be a Leo involved. Could be. But like could be an Aquarian energy also here. This could be an Aquarius energy. Could be Capricorn with an Aquarius moon sign, maybe, because it's part of the head. So it could be Capricorn with Aquarius moon there. And all you do is take. So let me live, let me live, let me live and make a brand new start. Why don't you take another little piece of my heart? Why don't you take it and break it? So someone could be well self-centered, where all they do is take. This energy here is just, they just take, and it gets people into a bind. It entraps them into fear, because they won't release things here, won't release this energy here, won't release whatever that is. So future aspects of 8 here, future, it just leads to the same. Because it's fear, anxiety of releasing things about past that stays at the back of your mind. So it's going to relate a lot to somebody's moon sign. It'll go around and around and around and around and around and around and around, and you'll fear letting it go. And you might think that you are, but you haven't. And then when you meet probably a new soulmate, it goes around and around and again. And then what happens through retrograde, and if you meet someone again, or the same person, or a new person or old person, it happens through retrograde and all that kind of stuff. You meet them and it happens again, okay? Because you can attract moths to a flame. Even if you're a good or you're a bad person, it really doesn't matter. You're just going to attract it because you're spiritually awoke. You know, what's the return on my investment for being spiritually awoke? A fucking headache. Isn't it just? It's what happens when you are a light being, the source of an energy. It happens. You attract in bad energy. You do. So you fucking stay single. That's the confliction and addiction of actually being a light worker, you know. Could be involving a Piscean energy. Pisces. Could be Pisces. But let's see. So someone just constantly wants to know the truth all the time. It's just because the truth there is 2, right? 2 hidden truths, hidden secrets. What's the secret? I've got the key to your secret, but I'm holding them back here also. Holding them back. It could be Aquarius energy. That's what I'm picking up. I'm holding them back. Holding back the years. Ba-da-ba. Holding on to all the things you've done. All the things you said and done, I think, right? Holding back the years. Holding back. Someone's holding back. It's like, fucking hell, it's like, what do you want feeding with? A fucking slingshot or a fucking snow shovel? You know, what truth is it that you actually fucking want? Because you get the truth and you feel entrapped. So what truth are people searching for? Someone's searching for an answer through 8. But they're constantly searching, wanting. About this toxic pattern that someone's involved in. Well, are you still involved with them? Yeah. Well, that's not good enough. I want to know the truth. Well, I've told you. If that's happened, someone's already told you. So if they are involved with someone else, what are you doing? Me, I'd be the fuck out of there like a shot. Me, I would. I'd be gone. Like, you know, people think, well, you know, they're with somebody else and it's my twin flame and I'm supposed to sit and wait and just put up with that. And it's my soulmate. And because we're connected as a soul, I'm supposed to put up with this behaviour. It's supposed to teach you not to. That's what it's supposed to do, is to teach you not to put up with that kind of behaviour. Even if you end up in the same circumstance again with somebody else. It can be the same lesson where it's trying to teach you how quick is it that you're prepared to do it. Because you're probably supposed to be alone. You probably are. you know? Because it teaches us independence, not being codependent. And when you're a medium, you're going to attract in a lot of that kind of stuff because you probably do that as a living, right? So you're going to attract in a lot of that kind of stuff. Especially being spiritually awoke, that's the trap. That's what you signed up to also be, is an independent light source energy to guide and help people. What's the fucking return of my investment? That's the return. A fucking headache. An awakening. You've had it. Too late. Someone's saying that. It's too late. Well, someone's late for their period. Someone's late. Sorry, girls. Sorry, women. Sorry. Someone's late. Sorry, that was a bit crude, but I just heard that. I'm late. Oh my God, I'm late. What happened? What did happen? What the fuck did happen, Capricorn? What happened? Let's see, Capricorn. Please carry on with the story. Scorpio. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. That's serious energy, man. That's serious. That's serious. That is serious energy. Someone is a Capricorn, or they got Capricorn in the chart, or Scorpio in the chart, or fire in the chart, or they're just an absolute fucking ball of mess. This is like death on a popsicle stick. Someone will do this until the ends of the earth. Someone will keep up this appearance of pride and this communication forever. It's like forever. I'll keep this up forever. You carry on doing it. I'll just keep being the same. Fucking somebody's... Sorry, Capricorn, but somebody's got fucking... I mean, death should be like an ending. Somebody could have lost somebody to an addiction of drugs or alcohol. Somebody's got fucking major... Wake up, major, and put on your hat. Wake up, stupid. Sort to do with money. Sort to do with an ending. Sort to do with a beginning. Fucking hell. Sort to do with someone's emotional stability. There needs to be an ending to this pattern. Please continue with this reading from Capricorn. So, someone's very cutting with their words. Someone just constantly bah, 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 with messages like bah, fuck. You know, where's the return of my investment? Where the hell is the return of my investment of stability that I had with you? Where's my family? Where the fuck am I? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Someone could be like satanic. Sorry. Someone could be like a karmic illusionist. They just entrap people because they've got more options than what... Well, they think that they have options, but generally these people, they ain't got fucking shit. They ain't. But if you do, good luck. But there's an entrapment for some people. Someone has options away from this mess. Someone's like, well, I'm just going to choose another option because this option is not bringing in stability. There's an ending, so it brings in stability, and then someone travels to gain clarity back of themselves. You've got 7 and 7. You've got, sorry, I thought that was an 8, sorry. 2 8s, which is like listening that there needs to be to get out of this situation, to get out of it, right? And then you arrive at a 7, which is like the truth about decisions and options, about listening to one's self again, aligning yourself with the truth. That there was a lot of ego involved with somebody, a lot of ego, where someone could just trick somebody into making them feel that they've got options, but they haven't, or they do have options. But I would pretty much say, as a very toxic energy, it wouldn't go very far. But then if you're like, yes, it wouldn't go very far with them and now they want me, it wouldn't go very far. Sorry, Capricorn, that I have to give these messages over, but that's really not a good energy. The devil and death. As I search through the valley of the shadow of death, I arrive at what I really want, which is everything. Which is everything. Do I want money? Do I want love? Do I want you, or do I want them? What's more important, love or money or hate? The lady in the red dress. Song again, you might be indicative with a Virgo. It's over on the discussion page. Please continue on this story. Last lot of cards. So there's the Gemini energy. There's the Three of Cups. There's travelling, stuck, stopped. Everything has come to a halt. So someone's travelling away because someone's got options. They're travelling and there's an ending here. Ending, bosh, here, ending. Someone then finds their own stability because things were very slow. So they start again, start over. They start over again financially. They try to bring back clarity to their own mind, and they realise that things have come to a stop. So we're still going through retrograde periods where things will start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, slow down, speed up. Okay? The Lovers. To me, it's a Gemini energy. Sun, Moon, Rising on Venus. Okay? Some people say, oh my God, this is my twin flame, my love of my life, and I'm supposed to do this. It could just be a Gemini energy, right? Decision, choice, options. Someone could have options now because they've found their own stability, and what they're doing is probably finding their own love. But you've got two sixes. The devil is a 6 and Gemini is a 6. This is purification of one's own soul. Two sixes. Return. A return of my investment. A return from the past. Somebody returned from the past, and it goes on to another reading that I was doing where there was an energy around, and this is the energy that was around this reading. So there's an energy that was around, and you decided to, or someone decided to move away from it, and this is someone also arriving back home. Okay, back home. There's an arrival. Someone's arrived here, and they're celebrating with family, and they're gaining back their own joy, their own happiness, their own fulfillment. They're trying to meet up with friends. They get home, oh, I need to go and see you. Are you alright, mate? How you getting on? Yeah, how did you get on? Well, wasn't very fucking good. Wasn't very good. I actually decided to leave so I can gain clarity of my own mind. I've learnt my lesson. I've took all this stuff with me, got my baggage, got my luggage. I'm arrived back home, but I've also got my luggage of what happened in my head. I realised that I needed to move away and come back home. Come back home. 6 again. 6, 6, 6. The devil. The devil. Also Aquarian energy. Scorpio energy. These could all be people that are involved in this, even if you've got it in your chart. This could be the other person. You might say, yeah, it's them, they're involved with a so-and-so and so-and-so, and they're involved with so-and-so. And this turns it into a three-party situation, and it's a three-party tea party with... Doesn't just mean you, Capricorn, it just means the devil. It means codependency of addiction and learning. Of learning. Slow beginnings and slow endings. Very much so. Slow. Take it slow. Let's take it fast. Let's take it slow. Let's take it fast. Let's take it slow. You've got 666, which is a cyclical pattern of somebody's pattern of behaviour of probably wanting money, which as Capricorn, you're good at that. That would be like good for a Capricorn. You know, you like investing into things and like money, you know. But as general advice, you can't have love and money, you know. You gain clarity back of your own emotions and feelings, but in order to learn about money, you've got to learn about feelings, because money comes from the feelings of how you relate to it. If you relate to people as stuck, well then that's your environment of what you're stuck in, and your emotions get stuck. You cause a block for astrology and cause a block in yourself, and the money doesn't come in freely because it's also energy of confusion, you know. So in order to truly let that happen, you have to sacrifice something here. 2 sacrifice cards of learning about letting things go to let things in. You can't remain stuck the same way. If you want money, you have to realise, well, if I want money, I've got to have action. You can't think and sit and dream about it, okay? You've got to dream about it and go for it and fucking do it. And if you're not happy where you are, you move from it and do something different. Don't fear it. Move. Fucking move. 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 If you want true love and money, well, you've got to learn to give and take, or somebody has. You can't have, people can't have everything, because if what you have is a third party situation, then you're in a pickle. And that's why this might be a 1 and not a 10. This, you've got to be grateful for this. This could just be the wage that you earn. And if you're not satisfied with the wage you earn, well, that's an opportunity of being grateful for what you do have. If you want more, you have to work harder at what you're good at. You have to take a loss to order to gain something. You might lose something, but you can't worry about that. You have to think, okay, well, that happened. Fine. So now I've got to start again. 1. Okay? So build it. But once you've built it, don't fucking just spend the fucking lot and then worry about it later that I made the wrong choice and the wrong option. It still relates to your feelings. Still relates to your feelings, right? So when you gain clarity of like, well, what's more important, right? Love conquers all, because that's what we're here for, okay? When you meet a really good person, it flows through you, but you have to learn to let stuff go, to let stuff in. Then you learn about money. It's the same. If there's a block in you, you can't manifest, because you have to work really hard at it, and you've got to be really good at what you do, and you have to have a clear conscience and a clear mind in order to keep doing it. Because if you have toxic behavior around you, you feel completely drained and fucked, and then you just can't continue, and then you worry and you concentrate more on loss than what you do gain. You have to think about gain to gain something. If you think about loss, then you're going to lose something, so you'll remain in fear of that you're going to lose something, so you stay in a pattern. You've got to remain optimistic and go forward on projects and do it. Do it. Move. So I'm going to stop shouting at people. Okay? I'm going to leave that there for your reading, because I think that at the moment it doesn't really need clarification. You know, I'm sorry that I started getting a little bit kind of shirty, but I do that because I actually have empathy and I actually give shit about people. I do. I try my best to help people out. But they're your readings, guys. Virgo, I did do your reading, and I'm sorry, but you know, it's just it's the other part is over on Patreon for people. But I can't get to it, and I'm just trying to bide my time because I'm travelling back home, right? So, I mean, on a good spin, this might just be the fact that someone's just travelling, something's ended, something's toxic, and they're ended, and they're going back home in order to find their stability again, and they're just travelling, right? And then this 7 of Cups is just like, well, now I just need to like think what I'm going to do work-wise. What am I going to do work-wise? You know, what project shall I do? What shall I have? Shall I go dating again? You know, shall I go out on a date? Shall I go and see someone? Could be an earth sign that you might meet, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or a Gemini. They could have Gemini in their chart. They're an Earth sign, maybe, possible, something like that. And then you form union like that. And there you go. You found something that's more karma than karmic, maybe. That's a good spin if that happens. But generally, people more relate to the bad than what they do the good. But, you know, on a good spin, that just might mean that something's very toxic around your work. You know, and that you need to leave that behind because people are like, bah, 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 you know, for fuck's sake, bruv. Well, you like me and you like me, and then you don't like me and you do like me, and then do you not like me, and you don't need to pick over me. I can make my own choice. I'm fucking out, bruv. I'm like just going to take a new direction, but think about it. But no, action. Someone could be a porn star. Sorry. Someone could be a porn star. Take it off. Take them all off. Right, I don't know why I've heard that. I'm going to stop channeling and I'm going to get out the common values. So that's your readings, guys. I wish you well, and I'll hopefully see you as soon as I get home. And I'm leaving today. Okay, guys, peace. Boosh.